The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
Regular season push for Adrian Heath and Minnesota United. A flexuous campaign full of thrills and spills, and with their aim today ringing around the ears and turning heads across the league, accompanied by a Seattle Sounders legend. It's simple. Win here and Allianz Field beckons again. We are perfectly poised for decision day from CenturyLink Field as Seattle Sounders host Minnesota United. Gensrine weather report is perfect. 61 degrees, both sides set and ready to go. As are we here, sideline at CenturyLink Field. Callum Williams alongside former Gopher soccer star Kyndra de St. Aubin and ex-Minnesota United midfielder Jamie Watson. Guys, undoubtedly, the biggest day in club history is upon us, Kyndra.
It is. It's an important day for Minnesota United. It's an important day for these players, and to be on the road in second place in the Western Conference, knowing you clinch your playoff spot with the ability to host a home playoff game at Allianz Field for those fans and those supporters, it's a massive day for not just Minnesota United today, but for the club.
Now, the standings look like this with one game to go, and Jamie Watson, we have highlighted the two sides competing against each other today, once again showing how important today's game is.
Yeah, and this will change drastically over the course of the next 90 minutes, but keep in mind there's also a game going on that is very important down in Houston. LA Galaxy there are playing the Houston Dynamo, and Real Salt Lake is 143 miles north in Vancouver at BC Place. They've got to get a win there. Basically, Minnesota United can do their part here and win today. They can hold that second place. They've done the business over the course of the 33 games we played this season to earn that second place spot in virtue of tiebreaker over Seattle. So now it's simple, as you've said. Win, you keep that second spot. If you don't win, well, then you're kind of at the mercy of a lot of other teams, and there certainly will be some scoreboard watching going on here today.
Let's take a look at the starting 11 first. Minnesota United, the 11 presented by Allianz. 4 adjustments. The likes of Gasper and Finlay come into the starting 11. As does Angelo Rodriguez, and Ozzy Alonso. Kyndra will undoubtedly claim center stage.
A massive day for Ozzy Alonso, not just for this club, but for his former club in front of all these Seattle Sounder fans and, of course, all of his family and friends that are here as well. But for me, it's not just about what he meant to Seattle, it's what he's done for Minnesota United. A huge piece of the success for Minnesota United is him sitting in front of that back four with possession, winning the tackles, but also possessing and going forward.
And Jamie, another man hoping to claim the headlines here today in Seattle is the man leading the front line, Angelo Rodriguez.
I thought Angelo was really, really good when he came on at half for Mason Toye. And if you couple the fact that Mason Toye, the last 4 games, it hasn't been good enough from the 20-year-old. Still showing some inconsistency. So he's opted to go with Angelo Rodriguez because he knows Rodriguez has the ability to hold up the ball. Now, Seattle's going to put an onslaught of attack, as they always do here at CenturyLink Field, but knowing they have to win. So when you break pressure, you can play it into the big Colombian forward. He can hold the ball up, try to get the likes of Darwin and Ethan Finlay involved, and give his team time to take 10, 15, 20 yards of space and release some of the pressure.
Seattle Sounders look like this after a 1-0 victory on the penultimate weekend in Major League Soccer at San Jose Earthquakes. Roman Torres comes in to the heart of the back line, and Nicolas Ladero in behind Rui Diaz.
And we talk about the onslaught of the attack for the Seattle Sounders. Well, it starts and it ends nearly with Nico Ladero. The ability to possess out of the back. You get the ball from Christian Roldan, you find Ladero's feet, and then he can slice and dice, and he can curl that ball in behind. He can use the speed up top, or even Jordan Morris on that right-hand side cutting in. He can find the feet of those players making those runs in behind. Ike Opara, Michael Boxall have got to be on their game today.
And no doubt Jamie Watson in transition, expecting a ball at the feet of the likes of Smith and Leah Damalot here today.
Those guys will benefit from Ladero being back in the lineup because his ability to keep possession maintain possession in advanced positions for Seattle. That allows the outside backs to get forward, to get involved into the attack. They can create a numbers up situation, and they have really good service on either side. So Minnesota United is going to have to get out, block crosses, do a good job of shifting over, not get caught being lazy defensively, because if you do, that's where they get the extra numbers from the outside back, and they create a number overload, and they get a lot of their attacks coming from wide play.
Now, no doubt we'll hear from Ozzy Alonso a little later on, but you both have been in this situation before. You've played against former clubs, but not like this. 10 years is a long time to be in one place in any sport. What's going through his mind at the moment?
I think he's going to have to try to keep those emotions in check, and knowing Ozzy Alonso, that once you step on that field, you hear the anthem, you hear the chants. I'm sure there's going to be a raucous ovation for Ozzy Alonso. It's going to be important for him to, once that whistle blows, to keep it in check. It's not easy, but you can do it. And he's one of those players that the best way to show that, hey guys, you should have kept me here, is to come out and give an account for yourself, a performance, and get the W and the 3 points.
And behind us on the field here at CenturyLink Field, you can see they are doing a ceremony for Ozzy Alonso. Jamie, it's not just any player that gets an ovation like this. Clearly, the Seattle Sounders franchise still firmly in love with Ozzy Alonso.
Of course, and as they should be. I mean, just listen to this reception.
I got goosebumps just hearing this right now.
This is incredible to be a part of. 55,000 people here today. Ozzy Alonso meant so much to this club. He was a stalwart for them for a decade. Over 350 appearances. Just listen to this.
Oh, this is quite a reception. Over 55,000, as you said, Jamie Watson, here applauding Ozzy Alonso.
As they should be. He meant so much to this club. This is a special moment. Ozzy Alonso is one of the most calm-natured people, but talking to him today, I don't even want to talk. Just listen. It's incredible. He had so much emotion about this game when we spoke to him in the Park Dental pregame interview, which we'll hear in just a few moments, but it's something special. But this is the moment now. As soon as he's done with the waves and gets back in the locker room, this is where Ozzy Alonso is going to switch that mindset, go back to being the number 6 for Minnesota United, the captain of this club, with the ability to clinch second place on the back of an Open Cup final appearance for Minnesota United. What a revitalization, and he's been a huge catalyst to it all in 2019.
Big day for Minnesota United and for Seattle Sounders here on Decision Day from CenturyLink Field. Stay with us as the Advocare countdown to kickoff continues.